Hi, I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on right now. And last night I was looking at the YouTube and was kind of wondering, what's going to happen soon. I thought that the Biden was at 264 on the Electoral College, and I was saying, hey, let me just catch some sleep, and he'll get his 270 by the time I wake up. But then I think that we're gonna have a third candidate, but this third candidate is not gonna be a person. It's more like civil war, more like a protracted legal battle concurrent with post-election violence. And things happen for a reason. And you know how you sometimes meet a gang member or like a troubled person, and you talk to him or her, and you know this person, he or she is going to end up in jail. Maybe next 2 hours, maybe next 24 hours, maybe next week. The state of their mind, the stuff that they have been doing, the stuff that they project is just wrong. We all have like a repertoire, a collection of characters in the back of our head, and when you look at it, it's, oh my God, these people are so messed up. So there's so much wrong with them that they're going no place nice. Well, I was watching Kaiser Report. Stacey Herbert was saying that we are deciding between two beautiful candidates, and but this is the left, like somebody like Hassan, that what wishes there to be a civil war instead. Well, I think she does research. She's not like most Americans, stupid. She actually goes and researches different ideas and considers different scenarios. And actually, in my other video, I had said that the video's title was Trump, Biden, and the Civil War. But I said that on the bottom, I said two disgusting candidates and a bleak future. But then I think she has seen the video or kind of looked at it, and she didn't want to use those terminologies. And then I was looking at the title of Kaiser Report, and he was saying that, oh, we have a clear winner. Yeah, really. But the left and the desire of the real left or foreigners that they have a better understanding of what's going on is not so illicit and so criminal. My dislike or hatred of U.S. government is not illegitimate. I'm not some kind of some kind of international criminal. There is actually a lot of legitimacy, and this is a sentiment that's shared in many places in the world, even with investors and with politicians and other people. I mean, you would be surprised when you hear some of these ideas, why the American government or the state or what we call the political entity, the Yankee state, is not only doomed, not only is going to fall into many several pieces, but it's actually very bad, not only for Americans, but also for many institutions, many foreigners. They have this secret wish that they wish there was a civil war. They wish this place fell apart, and there was no more Yankee state. There was no more united of all these stupid states and all the stuff they do. But I want to start with some of the institutions that the United States has and the stuff they do that's totally criminal. It doesn't help anybody. Many people get killed, and a lot of money gets wasted, and it brings nothing but misery to many different countries and also to many Americans. I want to talk about Pompeo and Netanyahu. Well, you know, the U.S. government is very partial, very much influenced by the Zionist criminals like Netanyahu, and also they have an institution, even though you don't want to look at this as the third candidate, but this institution or deep state or CIA is the one that actually orchestrates and does a lot of stuff. Latest has been that the Israelis have partnered up with the Azerbaijan government, which is a breakaway government, and they have armed them with the drones, with suicide drones, with weapons, with the line of credit to buy more from Israel. And they have, I think they had Bolton in Azerbaijan, northern Azerbaijan, but what's very troubling for many countries like China or Russia, you hear sometimes the Russian people or government says stuff. For example, I heard Putin say to the Norwegian, "We're just gonna nuke you. You know, you are a little shithole country, and you partner up with NATO, and you have all these sophisticated ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons right by our border. Like within 2 minutes that it would reach Moscow. Okay, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think you're kidding me? You're threatening?" And this is exactly what the U.S. government or CIA or people like Pompeo they do. They go around. They find these little minorities like European Jews, little Armenians, the Kurdish, the Syrian Druze, whoever, certain factions in China, like that they are Muslim or they're Tibetan, and they arm them full of very sophisticated weapons, or they bring nukes right by the border to another superpower. It's just endless provocations, endless interference in other countries. Then also reflects in their domestic policies. The certain Jews, they have so many say-so in the government. They're so prestige inside here. For example, one of the laws they have, you probably don't know about this law, is that those people who don't like Israel, or the U.S. immigration policy towards anybody, right, is that, hey, we support Israel wholeheartedly, so we don't give a shit about you, and we might even kick you out because you don't like Israel, or you have done or said something against Israel or the Zionists. Well, I wouldn't say how influenced the politicians are with the Zionists. It's just a very old story. But many of their institutions are belligerent, and they do all this stuff. Well, just Biden is himself part of a team, the Obama team. You know, the team that started civil war and intensified and kept it going for many years in Syria. Uh, he's one of them. But what do you think is going to happen when Biden comes into power? We're going to have more deep state policies, false flags, operations. What what's his name? Trump. He he, uh, he had a very nasty immigration policy. He did many things against Iranian people. He exited the United States out of the nuclear agreement. Uh, he started and made phony peace deals and support them between Israel and if you were an Iranian or a patriot for any country, the only thing that you would want there to be in the United States is a third candidate, like a civil war. I think that many foreigners, many investors, they're gonna get their wish. They're gonna get a third candidate, and this place is gonna fall into shit. Then another institution that they have a little is talked about them is that their central bank is a criminal organization. It pumps in all this phony money and gives it to all these zombie companies. Everything is so phony, so overpriced, so irrelevant. Hardly any manufacturing. There is hardly any. Many Americans, they don't work. They're going back to getting money from the government, and they have become socialists. They don't know it yet, or would they verbalize it or put it down? Uh, and also another trend that's very troubling with them is that many of their civil liberties are being kind of marked down in price, and they're unable to grant it to their own selves. Well, there's so much invasion of personal sovereignty, either in economic terms or in legal terms. The other thing I don't like about U.S. government is this intense amount of spying and collecting information on people's incomes, people thinking. I think they have the biggest deep data centers in the world. They know just about anything about anybody, and this is not just here, but also everywhere in the world. The U.S. government goes around and overthrows almost every foreign government, and it's a threat to ruling elites, like people like me, that have influence on other countries. They constantly cajole and bribe and threaten or kill these people with drones. They are a secret government everywhere. The only thing that any foreign government or any institution or religion would want with CIA and the U.S. government is to hire contractors to just kill them off, because they are a non-stop threat, non-stop interference, non-stop bribing of minor officials, non-stop making bases right next to your butthole. What's going to happen to these people? Either they're going to get attacked from a foreign country like China, or they're going to have civil war right here. Another troubling thing with the Americans and their government is the very negative influence they have on women is like they pump them up and they enforce laws or they basically interfere in families when there is problems. Their Anglo-Saxon laws that are made up laws by them, it just comes in right into the family, right into people's lives, and that's not how families are constructed in many foreign countries. Families in many countries, Muslim countries, they're really patriarchal uh, kind of institutions, which means that legally the guy, the husband or the father has legal rights or legal authority in a very limited sense, and the women or the children they look at this and they kind of follow through with it. But when these families end up in the United States, say there is a problem with the juvenile, the local laws, the synthetic laws, they take over. Over here, before 18, these people they do almost any kind of crime they want. Uh, is there like any family structure or any kind of authority or any thing that stops them or the women? And women are like an authority unto themselves, or I don't know. Uh, there isn't much that I like or want to see happen with this government. Many foreigners, many investors, many bankers, many people who are like influential or they're foreigners, they're Chinese, they're very weary of the U.S. Immigration, the Homeland Security, and they're afraid of their IRS because of so much information that's collected, and they enforce laws that were made for here, but they enforce it in China or Russia. Well, I was trying to make a account with the casino in Europe, and what was surprising is that the casino kept telling me, "Hey, we don't want U.S. Customers. You can only play in the area that's the free area, which means like it's just the videos. There is no, you cannot play with money because once they would make an account for somebody like me, then the IRS and the U.S. government they want to come in and enforce the Mickey Mouse laws into European countries, into Muslim countries, just like their military and their intelligence services are everywhere in Russia, in Kurdistan. What what's more troubling these days is that they don't want their own kind, like the whites, the chosen favored ones, to go in to places like Baluchistan and actually hand out money and drugs to local criminals and turn them against the government. Well, they'll hire somebody else. They'll hire the Wahhabis and then have the Wahhabis distribute the monies and the weapons. They have become more like remote control from far away. They are very troubled people in every sense of the word, and anything can happen with this government or with these politicians, and the world knows them. I think that there will be a civil war here, and also the very strong possibility of foreign attacks, like Trump would start something with the Chinese, and the Chinese retaliate, either nuke New York or destroy an aircraft carrier, and then I don't know what. The provocations have been going on for so long, they have become like institutions of their own. Well, the first time I kind of became very conscious of this is when Obama had gone into China, and the Chinese officials, they refuse to bring these ladders. They're like a car that's like a ladder on its back, and you bring it to the presidential plane, and the Yankee personality can walk out, but the the Chinese government or the people that work there, they didn't even want to bring a ladder for Obama to walk out. I had to open up the back of the Air Force One. There's a little ladder, and it came down. They kind of show him that that's where you can walk out from the service ladder. It's just because they do so much. The American politicians, they go in there. They're like, this place belongs to us. I've been telling you, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do with intellectual rights. This is what you have to do with your minorities. This is what you do with capitalism. This is how capitalism should be done. Like, this is how you treat your women. This is how, relation with we are the moral authority. We are the beautiful American, exceptional, and the natural reaction with many Russians, with many Iranians, will be, oh, fuck you. Go get your own service ladder. When we get in the Obama team back, aren't you happy? Thank you. My videos are exceptional. I am the exceptional person, Iranian. I am the moral authority, intellectual authority. I am the one that's making videos and inspirational stuff that you cannot find anywhere in the internet. I'm the one that's smarter than Obama and Hillary put together. You get it? Thank you.